just a little too late. I had my doubts, but I decided to wait. Even though I can feel something coming, it came as such a surprise. Should've known when you first started running away before my eyes. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. So I'm sat right in the place where I did my first ever YouTube video, just coming up to 5 years ago. And during that process, when the whole world was shut down for a while, I really started to think about playing live music again, because I miss being in a band. It had been quite a while since I was a frontman for a 5-piece classic rock band. And before that, I was doing some solo stuff, late 90s, early noughties. And really miss being in front of a real audience. I've done some streaming for a while, some live streaming, but it's not the same thing. You know, you need to feel a connection with the audience and people that are there to listen to live music and maybe sing along if they know the song, you know, that stuff. And there's nothing better. So anyway, one thing led to another, and before I knew it, I was back out every weekend playing live music pretty much all over the Northwest. And then I've had a couple of breaks recently. So December, I decided to take some time off in December because I didn't want to do all the Christmas and New Year stuff, and everybody wants Christmas songs, and I decided that wasn't going to happen this year. January's been pretty quiet because somebody come up with this whole concept of dry January. Now, I can tell you, if you work in the pub trade or the live music industry, dry January is bad news, because we want people in pubs, packing out pubs, spending all kinds of money and drinking, and that isn't going to happen if you're staying at home being sober. Although I've got to say, it does have its health benefits, so don't criticise me for criticising dry January. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm starting to get busy again. So this weekend coming up, I've got a couple of local gigs that are repeat gigs in Darwin. Now, if it's a repeat gig, I'm very grateful, because if people are inviting me back, it usually means I've done a good job the first time round. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And people that come to see me that say that they came out just because they knew I was playing, that's great. That's a massive compliment, and I really do appreciate it. March is a really busy month. Live music seems to be picking up all over the place, which is great. I'm looking to play at places where it's a real live music venue. I don't want to be background music while people are eating or watching Sky Sports. And I know I'm probably going to get into some criticism for saying this on social media, but I don't want to be plonked in front of a giant screen showing a football match and I have to keep ducking every time it sounds like somebody's going to score a goal, just because people are there to watch the match and not to listen to music. So this year I'm looking to kind of move away from that kind of stuff, and because it can be a bit disheartening for a musician to give your soul when people just want to look past you to see the favourite team score a goal. There's a time and a place for everything, and sometimes you can't just mix the two. So, but I'm also... I miss being in a band. I miss being in a 5-piece rock band, having that energy on stage and connecting with an audience, and learning songs with other musicians as well, and playing with other people is just great. So anybody that knows me knows that I'm a massive fan of REO Speedwagon, anything of that genre, American classic rock, 70s and 80s classic rock, and 90s indie. So as well as REO Speedwagon and other types of classic rock, I'm not just, it's not just them or nothing. I like James, I like Travis, I like Fleetwood Mac, I like Bruce Springsteen, I like Bryan Adams. And I'm not just saying Bryan Adams because Bryan Adams is a pub staple. If you're going to play guitar in a pub, you've got to play Summer of '69. But we're going to see Bryan Adams in May. My wife got tickets for Christmas for Bryan Adams, so I'm excited about that. I've never seen Bryan Adams live, but my wife has, and she says he's fantastic. So I will let you know. I've seen Travis and the Killers, and they were just amazing. I don't play any Killers. People ask me, can you play some Killers? I could if I wanted to, but I don't. Who else do I get asked for a lot? Arctic Monkeys. Now, if you're a guitarist and you're listening to this, Arctic Monkeys, everything's a complicated chord. It's not easy to translate into an acoustic song. So again, time and a place. If I was in a band, yeah, I would do some Arctic Monkeys, but as a solo acoustic act, not my stuff. I'm a little bit more old school as well. Late 90s indie is probably about as new as I go. You know, it's old school. People ask me for Jerry Cinnamon. Who the hell is Jerry Cinnamon? I don't know. So no, old school for me, because I've got to do stuff that I enjoy playing, and I've got to do stuff that fits with my age. And if I just tell you there's a milestone coming up very, very shortly, you see if you can guess which one it is. Let me know in the comments, because, you know, I'm fishing for a compliment, really. I mean, anybody that knows me knows how old I am, but, you know, I do love a compliment. I'm quite vain, you know, who isn't? So anyway, back out in Darwin this coming weekend. Old Function Room in Darwin, which is a favourite of mine. Lovely place to play. And then a regular on Saturday night is Tiki Taps in Darwin. Great crowd in there, always lively. It's just great because I can play what I want, as loud as I want. Everybody's in there to have a good time. And then I've got some other really great places coming up, February and March. And you know what, I can't remember them all off the top of my head. I have a list, I have a diary. It's all there, it's all written down, and it's all over my Facebook and my Instagram. So if you want to know where I'm playing, have a look at my Facebook and Instagram. It's all on there, where I'm playing in February and March. April and May, I'm starting to take more bookings for, because I kept April blank for some reason, something about a holiday, but I'll tell you about that later. So if anybody wants to book me, April, May, June, July, I have got some spots. I have got bookings right the way through November this year, but I have got plenty Friday, Saturday, Sunday slots available, or even some midweek stuff. I like a midweek gig as much as anybody else. So, you know. Now, on to being in a band. If anybody's looking for a singer, rhythm guitarist, acoustic electric, I play some keyboards as well, but I'm trying to maybe leave that at home, you know. Yeah, give me a shout. I'd love to talk. All right, I'll see you next weekend. Bye for now.